Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to the Hip Horse. I'm with my man Johnny Lowe. Happy Memorial Day to everybody, especially those who served and have served our great country. We thank you and we salute you. Let's talk Santa Anita today, Johnny. We got a great card on our hands. We got 3 stakes races to talk about. First race we're going to talk about is race number 5. That's the Monrovia. This is a great race. This is going to be for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. Do you have an opinion here, Johnny, in this race, race 5 at Santa Anita?
Yeah, so this is a great race. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the turf. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those fast and furious races from start to finish. There's a lot of speed in the race. We have a couple of closers. I think where the race is going to get separated, possibly at the break, depends on who comes out and who doesn't. I think there's some interesting horses like the horse on the rail. We got Agapito Delgadillo. Doesn't get too many opportunities to ride in these graded stakes races. He's getting one aboard Stealth Diamonds here at 5-1 for you. This horse has plenty of speed. I would assume with no speed to its outside, it's probably going to send. We have Surrender Now, who's a really game filly. She's got graded stakes races under her belt, plenty of speed there since day one. And Jolie Olympica, Mike Smith's on this horse. This horse is definitely a speed horse. I think these three are going to set quite a pace. I I don't. It depends who's going to be able to last from the word go. If the pace is a little bit too wicked, I look for the 2 and Joel Rosario to come flying at the end of the race and make it a close one at the wire.
Hey, that could definitely possibly happen in this race. I love number 7, Jolie Olympica here. I think this horse has a lot of upside. It's coming out of the 1 mile race, going back to the 5.5, where it put up a buyer number, big buyer number there, 101. We're looking at Fox Hill Farm. You got Mandela and Mike Smith together here. Second in the Buena Vista last time out, like I said, shortening up here. A lot of things, I really like about the horse. It is 8-5, so you're not going to get much of a price, but it is my top choice. Maybe if the pace is really fast, because there is a lot of speed in this race, Just Graze Me, the 8 horse, Phil D'Amato, and then Flavian Pratt. We know Flavian Pratt could ride on the turf, an amazing turf rider. And if there's a lot of pace, maybe this horse could sneak up, get in the money, or steal the race. That's my thoughts here. I like the 7 and 8 here in race 5, Johnny. Let's move on to our next race. That's going to be race number 9. That's the Shoemaker. This is one of the big races of the day, Johnny. This one looks to be tough. We got Chad Brown bringing out some guns here, out to the West Coast to try to take the West Coasters out here. Your opinion here, race 9, the Shoemaker.
Yeah, so the race 9 is great. We got a full field of 11 horses here going a mile on a turf. Unlike the sprint, there's not a whole lot of speed in here. It's kind of hard to figure out who's going to set the pace. Maybe Voodoo Song will go out there. War Will might go out there. We've got Neptune Storm could possibly go out there. I think this race is going to be about that turn for home. And who has the fleetest foot? Who's got the most kick? Who's got the rail? Does it open up? Who runs into traffic with the field this big? And all those questions are kind of tough to answer. Right now, I think the real horse for Chad Brown, in my opinion, is Raging Bull. He's going to be 5 years old this year, coming into his prime. He hasn't raced since September. He's had steady works. He's shipped out here and won before. This is going to be a really tough race. If he comes out and he runs in his peak form, he's going to be a tough horse to beat. I'm going to look at a couple long shots, though. The 9, March to the Arch with Victor Espinosa. He's been running in grade 3s lately, giving good efforts. You'll see that he's had a lot of issues in his races. I think putting Espinosa on is a huge upgrade over Gaffleon, especially in a race like this, a graded stakes race. And I think he's going to give the horse an honest effort, and he'll be in a position to kind of get a jump on the deep closers. The 2, True Valor, at 20-1 with Valdivia Jr., I think is a horse to take a look at. He lost to Riverboyne and Next Year's, who's also in this race, by 3/4 of a length and a length. He bobbled at the start. He was willing at the end. He was closing hard. I think he's my super long shot of the day. If he
Wait.
stays around 20 or 30 to 1, he might be a horse that shows a little bit of value.
There we go. I like to hear that. We like 20 to 1, Johnny. I was kind of stuck looking at this race, race 9, the Shoemaker we're talking about at Santa Anita. I fell on the other Chad Brown horse. I looked at it and said, Chad Brown's bringing 2 horses out here. This guy's a monster. I went without parole here. Chad Brown ships him out. Ortiz Jr. gets aboard, as we know, one of the top jockeys in the country. This horse didn't do much first time back out, but if you go back to the Breeders' Cup Mile, it ran a 101 buyer figure. So that's one of the top horses in the world. It's been off since January, but if anybody knows how to get done, Chad Brown in a stakes off the bench. So I went without parole here, the 1 horse, for Chad Brown. Also, River Boyne is another horse that I love. This horse is phenomenal at Santa Anita. 13 starts, 8 wins. Cedillo 2 for 2 aboard. Man, this horse last 2 races looked pretty dynamite. If it could go to that, standard, it's going to be tough to be right in the mix there. And then my price horses are going to be number 3, Next Shares. Johnny Baltus gets Hall of Famer Johnny V aboard here. So I think this horse looks to rebound here and could be right in the money at 12 to 1. And then the other one I like is Neptune Storm. I think you mentioned it briefly, but I like this horse. This horse stayed with Mo Forza in the Hollywood Derby, not too far off the pace there, right there at 15 to 1. Who knows? Maybe this horse underneath, but I'm with you. I think Chad Brown could win this race, but I'm going to go with the 1-8 possibly. But if you want to try to get maybe a little bit more price, you got to try to beat Chad Brown here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's move on to the gamely here. This is race 11 here, Johnny, and this has a couple Chad Brown horses. And talking about Chad Brown, let's keep going on the Chad Brown train here. Who do you like in race 11, the gamely? This is going to be for 3-year-old fillies and mares going 1 1/8 on the turf.
So the gamely here has a pretty game animal in it. Always Candy has been running against some of the better fillies and mares in the world. You've got to look at the Breeders' Cup Distaff, the Apple Blossom against CC, the race before that against CC. She won the Grade 1 Clement Hirsch, beating Secret Spice, who was really the favorite there. This horse just gives game efforts every time. They're really doesn't matter. She's 0 for 4 on the turf, but she's had 3 second places. She's been running pretty much exclusively against nothing but grade 1 companies since November. I think this is a race that's in her grasp. Sadler is a really good trainer when it comes to these higher level races. Accelerate won the Breeders' Cup with him. He won the Pacific Classic with Higher Power. She'll be fit. She'll be ready. She's been running some good races. Another horse that I'm going to look at is Beautiful Lover. Hirat Ortiz didn't come out here to leave empty-handed. United denied him the other day. He's won a couple of races, but I think he's got a really good shot at taking this race. Beautiful Lover is definitely on the rise. She lost a couple of races to Starship Jubilee. There's no shame there. That's a really, really nice horse. And before that, she had a streak of 3 wins in a row. I think at 1 1/8, this suits her really well with her running style, and with Hirat Ortiz up on top. This could be the race that he goes home a winner.
Hey, I kind of like where your head's at here. A lot of people are going to be on the 1, Etolik. This is a French horse, Brown and Rosario, off since the fall. But, this horse was running in stakes race over in France, and 5 to 2 morning line is the favorite here, Johnny. Chad Brown, I love the angle when you got two horses by a trainer. I kind of like to take the longer price here. So, Johnny, I love to hear music to my ears. Beautiful Lover, that's the 7 horse. So I'm game for that. I like number 3, Lady Prancelot. I don't know what's going on with Baltus. I just have a feeling about him. Johnny V again aboard here. This horse won 2 out of its last 3. Off since February, 6 to 1 here. I think that's a fair price. And then I also liked number 7, Beautiful Lover. I'm with you. I think this horse has a lot of upside. 5-1 there. It got second in the grade 2 last time out. Pretty nice trip. And Chad Brown, 25% on the stakes. I mean, like we said, he's not coming out here for fun. He's coming out here a bunch of horses, some fillies, some mirrors, and colts, and he wants to win. So it's going to be a good one. If I had to give you some kind of price here, I guess the 11 Keeper of the Stars, Wong, 29% trainer, maybe at 8-1. I don't know about the win, maybe underneath, but Beautiful Lover and 3 Lady Prance-A-Lot are the horses I really like here. Race 11, the Game League at Santa Anita. Anything else you want to mention here, Johnny?
An interesting horse to me would be the 5 horse. If I was going to play a price in here, Team Yak Team sends this horse out with Rispoli on top. I know Rosario rode the horse the last couple times, and he's riding the horse on the rail, so that tells you how good the horse on the rail is. But this horse is really knocking on the door, and I think this is a horse that's going to come out with a good post position, good running style, and it's a horse that Santa Anita in 5 starts has 2 wins, a second, and 2/3. So I think it's one to keep an eye on as well. It's probably my long shot pick in that race.
There we go. We like some long shots in the mix. Of course, got to make some money somewhere. So, well, that's our picks for Memorial Day. That's the big card. That's a Monday. What's tomorrow, anyways? The 26th, 25th? I don't even know.
25th, yeah.
25th. There we go. We're taping this the night before, just so you know. So if there's any scratches, it's not our fault. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. We got more videos coming your way, including more looks at the Belmont and the road to the Derby. Anything else, Johnny, before we let everybody go on this Sunday evening?
Just happy Memorial Day. Everybody be safe out there, and thank you to all the veterans.
There we go. Have a good one. Thanks for watching the Hip Horse, everybody. Good luck out there.